What is going on, everybody? It is Shaun here from the Heroes for Hire podcast. Bit of a different episode this Monday. The regular Movie Mondays won't be happening. Connor is still travelling, so we did want to put something out. So this is a review of Batman Beyond Return, the Joker, that previously went up on the Patreon a few months back. So we thought we'd release it to everyone. Everyone can enjoy it and still have something to listen to for Monday. We'll be back to normal by Wednesday and Friday, and then going forward, hopefully we get that schedule back up and running. But yeah, thanks very much and enjoy.
What is going on, everybody? My name is Ciara Lawler. Welcome back to another Lazarus Pit here on the Heroes for Hire podcast Patreon. I am joined as always by my partner in crime, Mr. Pelpman himself, Shaun B.
Are we bringing Pelp back? Because we've stopped saying Pelp, and it wasn't we didn't have a discussion about not saying Pelp.
Yeah.
But we just
died out.
Just kind of stopped, and I was afraid to ever say it again, because you were against Pelp from the get-go, if I remember.
That meant I was afraid to say it because I didn't want to bring it back up. But today I said I'd throw you a bone.
Oh man, I'm so happy. I mean, the episode can end here as far as I'm concerned, because we got Pelp back.
Why I've said Pelp, Shaun, is because I'm excited.
Oh.
People have seen the headline. They know what movie we're reviewing this month. And to be honest, perfect timing. We've done quite a lot of Batman movies in the last 3 months. The list, the hat has declared it.
It's my big plan is I'm going to slowly weed out all the Batman movies, and then it's just a Marvel boy for the rest of the episodes.
So we named this movie and we were like, we just did Batman Returns 2 months ago. Can we do another Batman movie?
We also did
then we were like,
Mask of the Phantasm not too long before that.
But then we were like, well, the Batman is coming out, so I mean, technically it's on brand. Batman Beyond.
It's linked in. It's
slightly.
Yeah, look. After Wild Mountain Thyme, I'm just happy to have a movie that I enjoyed watching. Yeah. I'll come out and say it. I enjoyed watching.
That's a bold call, Shaun, for that you enjoyed this movie. What I will say is, anyone who knows me and knows this show knows I absolutely adore Batman Beyond. I've seen this movie at least 10 times, so I am a big fan. This movie includes the greatest piece of Joker media ever put on any screen ever.
Oh, that is a very big claim.
I'm putting it above interrogation scene in The Dark Knight.
You're putting it above when you introduce me, can you call me Joker? From Joker.
Yes, I'm putting this at my previous high. Well, obviously this came before that, but obviously I would say, if I was to pick one, Introduction to the Gangster's Dark Knight pencil trick would be possibly the most Joker-y scene we've ever seen.
Interesting. What about Have You Ever Danced with the Devil in the Pale Moonlight?
That's pretty good. What about Prince? Also there.
What about Prince?
What I would say is this movie includes... Remember, this is a children's movie, well, meant to be, but it's actually PG-13. This has one of the most fucked up storylines and possibly the most fucked up thing Joker has ever done. Now, you might say Jason Todd, you might say Barbara Gordon, you might say all that stuff, and I'd give you Barbara Gordon. Jason Todd died, right?
Yeah.
So in my brain, if he kills you, it's not as effective in terms of fucking you up because you're gone.
It takes out a certain level of malice if he just straight up kills you. But if he does something terrible to you and lets you live, it's even more twisted somehow.
I could talk about this movie and that scene in particular. We all know what scene I'm talking about if you've seen this movie, and if you haven't, please God, go watch this movie if you like Batman.
I hadn't seen this movie in about 10 years, and watching it again I'm just like, this is a fantastic representation of all of these characters.
See, you had seen Batman, so you'd seen this movie when you were 15, 16, something like that. But you're not really that big a fan of Batman Beyond.
I like Batman.
I think you're more of a Spider-Man guy.
Yeah, I'm more of a. I find the DC universe to me is just some of it is just far too dark. like properly dark.
Well, and a lot of people might not know, Batman Beyond is literally Peter Parker. If we're honest with ourselves, it's like it's Peter Parker mixed in with a few different characters. But I mean, he's a teenager. He's got a girlfriend. He's trying to keep up with. He has a technically a job, but he's like trying to live a school life.
He's got a secret double life going on. He can't balance it all, and he's got gadgets and tech.
Oh yeah, he's got gadgets and tech, and the story of Batman Beyond is fascinating. If anyone doesn't know, is of course this is based off Batman the animated series, and it was going into the year 2000, like 1999, and Warner Brothers were like, "We want you to do a young Batman movie." Or a new Batman series, and they were talking to Paul Dini and Bruce Timm and Alan Burnett, and basically the whole crew that had designed Batman the animated series.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, we don't really want to do Batman again. Like, we've done like basically the perfect Batman in the animated series that we won awards for. Why would we then just go, he's a teenager now, let's do it again?
They had already done a story with Bruce Wayne, and they didn't want to rehash that.
So on the day, they were just kind of throwing around ideas, and they were like, okay, Batman of the future, but how do we link it in? Bruce Wayne is old now, and so that is the anchor we have back to the original. So we still got Kevin Conroy. He's in there, he's doing old Bruce Wayne, but we just get a young Batman who is fully Batman, and it's not just like Batman's sidekick. Like he says in this, he was never a Robin, is what he says.
Yeah, he is just straight up Batman. I also like what this movie does with like what it means to be Batman.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of questioning, specifically from the Joker, saying that like Terry's not the real Batman. But...
Yeah, I think the greatest compliment I can give is Mask of the Phantasm, I would say, is the best animated movie. I think
probably,
in terms of DC. I think Mask of the Phantasm is number one with a bullet if you're looking for Batman animated content. But I think this is probably two, and that's beaten like Under the Red Hood and The Dark Knight Returns, which I think are both excellent. But I think this is really great as well.
I think you're right, and I think a lot of the DC animated stuff specifically really nails the characterization of who these characters are meant to be.
And this is Terry, by the way, when he's like into the role. Like this is Terry 3 years in. So if you haven't seen Batman Beyond, which I'm assuming you probably haven't seen as much, what are your thoughts on Terry having seen this?
He's like Bruce Wayne. He's like Peter Parker, like you said, but he's like Bruce Wayne, but with like he is not the creed. He is not the mission. Like he wants to help, but he's still Terry McGinnis at the back of it all. Bruce Wayne always has this thing of like he thinks of himself as Batman all the time.
And I mean, the movie starts off with you have a classic fight scene. So it's like just a 5-minute fight scene of the Jokers, which is a group now in future Gotham. So like 2039, I think it's set. And they're just like trying to steal a piece of technology. And we join them mid heist, and then Batman turns up. So if this is your first introduction of Batman Beyond, you're kind of like, there's Batman. I understand that's Batman, but who is he? And he's quipping, and he's like doing one-liners. He's beating the shit out of him, but he's also using all of his technology. So it's like an introduction to like, this is all the things he can do, and this is what he's like.
Yeah, and it does sum him up. He's like, he's very, very capable. There's a touch of arrogance there that I don't think should ever go away. But there's a bit later on in the fight where one of the villains is straight up falling and is going to die. And Batman makes sure to save them.
And he's still hanging on. It's Dee
yes.
Who is, they're the twins. I think they're played by Melissa Joan Hart. From
Sabrina. Oh, shit, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she plays the two of them. But also Michael Rosenbaum is in this. They're all in this. But
amazing voice cast. Like Tara Strong is in it. It's so good.
I mean, you got No, it's actually Arlene Sorkin who's doing Harley Quinn. So that's original Arlene Sorkin who's doing... Tara Strong might be doing someone else, though.
I think she's definitely credited, but yeah, Arlene Sorkin is Harley Quinn in this.
Yeah, so I mean, you have Mark Hamill as well, Kevin Conroy. You've got proper like animated series legends coming back for this, and then Will Friedle is playing Terry, and he's really great in the role as well. But yeah, so there's a big fight scene, and as I said, one of the twins falls, and Terry like grapples her leg. Like, by the way, when I say falls, I mean like they're in flying cars at this point.
Think like the city from Attack of the Clones, and like they're like that high flying.
Yeah, and like she's dropping, and he like grapples her leg, and he's hanging on while he's getting punched in the face on the ship by one of the other Jokers.
Yeah, he keeps hold of the line like until he knows she's safe.
Yeah, and I think I'd see, for me, everyone knows how I feel about this, so I just think from your point of view it's really interesting for you to come in, and I want to hear what your thoughts of like, do you understand? Not do you understand what the Jokers are? I mean, obviously you do, but like, do you like the idea that there's like a Joker gang?
I think, see, I know some of this because I watched like odd episodes here and there growing up, and I know some of it from talking to you as well, is that like in the Batman Beyond series, like the Joker was gone. Like he just didn't, like he had died, and then the Jokers were this gang that rose up in his image kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But like, I think the way this movie does it, they can kind of just be played off as they could be thugs for anyone. Like one dude is literally dressed as a scarecrow. Like, yeah. So they could just be a random gang of guys.
And I think that's kind of the idea, that they're not very good. Like they think they're based off him, but they're not. Like they don't get it whatsoever. Just think like, oh, makeup. And they'll all be in the Joker gang. That'll be part of the crew.
Yeah, but the Joker even... And, like, spoilers, the Joker's in this. But he says later on, like, his whole thing is just like, oh, back in my day, this isn't how we do it.
And I think in the series itself, they were very careful not to just bring everybody back.
Yeah.
Like, the Rogues Gallery in this is basically Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery, by the way. I mean, like, you've got Ink, who's basically Venom.
Yeah.
You have the Splicers, who are all the animals. I mean, there is Cheetah.
But yeah, that's what Jackal's all about. Like he makes weird hybrid human kind of things.
It's literally right. It's Batman, but with Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery, but from the future. So they just like redid it all. So they mixed the two of them together.
It's really interesting. I wonder when and this is not me saying anything, but I wonder when Spider-Man 2099 came out.
I think it was around the same time, because I think it was year 2000. They were like, everything has to be in the future. But I think 2099 is a bit after this, maybe 01.
I'll do a quick Googs, and I'm not like it is not a new thing to suggest. If all these characters were in the future?
I would 100% assume that every Cartoon Network went out a mandate: make your superhero in the future.
So the original run of Spider-Man 2099 was published 1st of November 1992.
Oh, so the comic issues came first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is interesting. And I suppose at that time, you know, New Millennium coming up and all that, it was the thing of like, what would happen to Gotham like 50 years from now? What's it going to be like?
But they couldn't use all the same villains, because like there's none of them would still be alive. They would all be Bruce's age, so it'd be pointless.
Yeah, the one you told me about was Mr. Freeze comes back for a bit.
He's a head.
Yeah, he's a Futurama style head in a jar.
I think Bane survives, but he's literally like an old man. Like he's in a chair and he can't even lift his head because he's like overdosed on the venom or the serum.
Like by all accounts, Bruce Wayne should be dead at that point.
Yeah, and so they're all in their 80s or 70s. And so, yeah, the Jokers are like just a fun gang. It's also something to like, I understand, they're just based off Jokers, and that's Batman. Okay, I'm with you.
Here is the conflict.
And so there's a big fight scene. They get away with a piece of technology, and nobody knows why they're trying to steal this technology, but they get away. And Terry comes back to the cave. And of course, like, you have Kevin Conroy playing Batman, so let's just straight out, he's excellent. He always is.
Big surprise. The man who is famous for being Batman does an excellent Batman in this film.
But my favourite part of this whole thing is that you can tell he respects Terry. It's not It's not a sidekick. Like, Terry's like, they're stealing this because of this, and I don't know why. And he's like, I don't know why either. And they're like working together. It's like a father-son, but like they're on the same level.
Yeah, there's never any question of Bruce's word being law or anything like that. They are having a discussion about the best way to proceed,
which is very unlike Batman.
Yeah, all it took was him becoming 80 and realising, oh, I'm not able for this anymore.
And Terry comes back, and then of course he has the bit of like, I'm going out. Like, I'm not staying in. Like, they'll turn up again. Like, we didn't get them this time. We'll turn up again. I'm going partying.
I love that, because that's such a non-Bruce Wayne thing to do. Like, yeah. And it's even highlighted because I think Batman says like, oh, who has time for sleep these days? As in, like, I'm going to stay up all night researching what this gang is about. I'm going to solve this mystery. Terry's like, I'm going to go out clubbing. Who has time for sleep these days?
Like, I tried to stop them. They got away. They'll probably turn up tomorrow. I'm going home. I'm going out to a party. I'll turn up again. We'll see what happens.
I'm going to go see my long-suffering girlfriend who has, like, the patience of a saint.
Who is basically MJ.
Basically MJ.
So he turns up, and then the next... It's a very funny cutscene, because he's like, who's got time to sleep anymore? I'm going out partying. The very next scene is him asleep in the nightclub, like, in one of the booths.
He is like... and then he falls asleep, like, on the dance floor as well.
Like, he's just out of it. So he's trying to play it cool, but at this point you're like, oh, Terry's a geek. Like, he wants to live these double... He just can't. He's just like, you're just Batman, but he's not fully he's not fully involved. He wants to be like himself as well at this point.
Yeah, it is. It's a classic, like, Peter Parker. It's the classic most superhero thing.
But what we have is, then we go back to the Joker den hideout, and what's going on is you have Bonk, and Bonk is there, and Bonk's not happy. He's voiced by Michael Rosenbaum, actually, would you believe? I think.
Fair play to him.
And Bonk's like, hey old man, there's a guy in a chair and he's in shadows, and it sounds like Mark Hamill, but you're like, that's the Joker. Okay, that's weird, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, this old man's just after turning up, and why do you want all this technology? We didn't... And the Joker's like...
Yeah, he's like, we're not stealing money. We're just stealing weird technology here. What's going on?
I just understand. Like, do tell us what's going on here, old man, or I'm going to kick you out of this group.
Yeah.
And then Mark Hamill's voice comes in, and immediately, like, it's just like, he's dangerous. Even though he's clearly like 70 or 60, he's like, oh shit. So, no, Bog, stop talking.
Yeah, you know, because in that group of like thugs, there's no leader. There's no one who, like, and this is such a nice opposite of what Batman and Terry just had. It's like, because this is, no, we just do what the Joker tells us to do, man. Like, that's the only way we're going to survive this.
And there's this like new guy who showed up and he says he's the Joker, but do we believe he's the Joker? Like, Joker happened like 50 years ago. Is this guy even Joker?
Yeah, you're a legend,
point?
You're a myth. Like,
yeah. And so then you have Mark Hamill's voice kicks in, and he's just like so creepy, so dangerous. And you're like, oh, it's going to kick off. And he fires like the gun, and it has like a fake bang on it that like comes out with a pole, and you're like, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna attack you or whatever. And then he pulls out the gun, and Bug's like, am I joking, man? And Joker then fires it, and it comes out like the bang, and he's like, so was I. And then he fires it again, and he kills him, like shoots straight through his heart.
It's so, like, that would never happen in like a Batman cartoon now. Just someone straight up being shot with a bang flag by the Joker. Straight
through his heart, and you see like Bug just on the fucking table. Like, there's like straight up dead.
There's solid like death in this movie.
And then Joker just goes, oh no, I wasn't joking. Like, really casually.
And then just moves on and starts planning the rest of their heists.
And all of his friends are just like in the room still, and their dead body, the dead body of their best friend is there. And they're like, we're gonna help you commit more crimes. We will.
We'll do that.
Definitely.
How do you feel about this Joker design as well, with like the kind of tight cropped hair and all that?
I like it because of what happens later on.
Yeah.
Why? Like, he would be in a suit if it was fully him, if that makes sense.
No, I believe.
I mean, this is spoilers, but I think it's an interesting look, because they had to differentiate from the original.
Yeah,
so,
if he had shown up with like the pointy, like coiffed hair, you would know it would definitely be the same person in that case.
And he has to look older. Like, he has to look older so Bruce believes it. Otherwise, he's just really confused. Like, if he just turns up as 30-year-old Joker, he's like, what? This is extra confusing.
Yeah.
And so then they decide that they're going to rob the Wayne Foundation, and they go to and we have the next scene is a party at Wayne Manor because Bruce is coming out of retirement to go and take back over Wayne Enterprises.
Yeah.
And they're holding like a dinner or a party or whatever to bring him in, and it kicks off, and then suddenly Joker's voice comes over the intercom, and you can see Bruce like, what the fuck is happening?
You can see actual terror in his eyes because he's like this.
Because he never reacts.
He never reacts, but like this is something that flat out does not make sense to him. Because every bit of evidence that he has says no, this man is dead.
And you see Terry like immediately he kicks into gear. And he's in full suit. Yeah, like he's in full suit, but he like goes to immediately protect Bruce, and he's like,
yeah, because Terry is there like as Bruce Wayne's like assistant, and he's just in his tuxedo, and he goes straight into fight stance as soon as the goons show up, like without the Batman suit on him or anything like that. He's just ready to go.
I think a lot of the complaints that are thrown at this is like that Batsuit is a cheat code. Like he can do whatever he wants. Like he can turn invisible, and it's got like rockets in the boots, and it's got
an
wings.
Iron Man suit.
It's basically an Iron Man suit, but like it's in these scenes that Terry really comes across. There's a one scene in the nightclub later on that's fucking excellent. That it's just Terry, and he's just by himself, and he's just like, I'm still going to try and do good here.
It's not the suit. The suit isn't what makes him Batman. It's the way he it's the way he acts. It's who he is that makes him Batman.
And so Joker's big reveal happens, and he shows up in front of Bruce, and he's like, did you miss me? Oh man, what's going on? You've been up to stuff without me. You're looking a little older. And then Terry lands in full Batsuit because Bruce goes, go dress, and he's just like, ears are a little long, no cape, but it's not too bad. It's not too shabby.
It's terrifying, and he knows that Bruce is Batman as well.
Yes,
like he calls him Bruce to his face.
Yeah. And he's just like, you have that moment where like the new Batman lands in front of this old man Joker, and Joker just does not give a shit.
No.
And he's just like, and he's looking at Bruce, he's like, is this the kid that you got? Because like, you can't beat me anymore by yourself. You're too old man. What's going on? You're
not able for it anymore. But also like, there's a bit when Bruce is like on stage and he is just batting off some of the goons.
Oh, the splicer dog.
Yes.
Attacks him, and he just beats the shit out of him with the stick.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, he's still got some moves. Like
he's still Batman, even though he's 70.
Yeah, like he can't stand up to, you know, a man half his age who's trained as a fighter. But some random goon who assaults him and he has a stick in his hand, oh, that man is being murdered.
So Joker's crew, they steal the technology they wanted, and then they just basically cause havoc at the party, and then they leave. You'll notice that we're flying through this because this movie is 113 minutes long.
Yeah.
It's an hour and 13 minutes long, not 130.
73 minutes long.
73 minutes long. It fucking flies. There is not one scene in here that doesn't need to be here.
There is no wasted moment, and that might be one of the benefits of it being animated. Is that people had to draw this, so they are being as efficient as possible with their time.
But at the same time, it really insults modern movies when they're doing 2.5 hours to tell a really bad story. Like, this is one of the best Batman stories, just in terms of like probably the overall plot at the end.
Yeah,
it's a bit generic, but in terms of what it accomplishes in 1 hour and 13 minutes, it fucking gets through everything. Like, it gets you emotional beats, it gets the scary beats, it gets the horror.
It does, and there is backstory in this. There's wild concepts that you have to get on board with, but all of it makes sense within the runtime of the movie, which is a credit to it.
It's so impressive. And so, yeah, the very next scene is literally Bruce and Terry in the car, and Terry's just all chat.
Yeah.
He's just like, what's that weirdo? Is that the old clown guy?
Yeah, he's like, what
can't
is,
be that
okay,
dangerous.
but he's just like spitballing. He's like, okay, maybe it was he frozen? Was he in suspended animation? Is it a clone? Is it a robot? And Bruce is like, shut the fuck up.
because Terry is us. Like, I mean, but he doesn't understand. Terry doesn't understand how dangerous Joker is.
Yeah, he's never
like,
been properly taught about him.
And it's not because he's dumb. It's because it says later on, he's like, Bruce, you told me about every other one of your villains, but you never mentioned him. So I just assumed he wasn't that big a deal. But now I'm thinking he's the worst, isn't he?
He's like, yeah, he's a madman.
Yeah, like, and Bruce just is like, shut up, just drive, but just go home.
Really nice moment as well. Terry is like, I made the wrong decision, didn't I? Saving those people.
Yes,
I should have chased after the clown. And Batman is like, for as angry as and confused as Batman is, or sorry, as Bruce Wayne is, he's like, no, that was the right thing to do. Yeah,
and you see that moment where Terry's like, Terry thinks he's mad at him, because he didn't go after them. But Terry's like, oh, sorry, I saved the people. I should have went after them. And Bruce is like, no, you did the right thing. It's not about you. This is my thing, and I'm really scared right now. This is fucked.
Why is it only when he's an old man Bruce becomes a decent human being?
Although Bruce in this is also quite rude or grumpy, it's just because now, like, him and Terry this is 3 seasons in, like, him and Terry are like a well-oiled machine at this point. And so then you have Tim Drake. It goes to Tim Drake in this movie. Tim Drake's also here, one of my faves, and he looks shocked because it has the news report of the Joker appearing. And so then we have Barbara and Terry as the next scene. So you're cutting between basically, like, there's so much history in this. And so you have Barbara Gordon, you've Tim Drake, you've got Batman, you've got Joker. They're all here,
and like so much of it is unsaid as well. Like, because like Barbara Gordon and the Joker have a history, and that's just like, it's never addressed, but it's like, if you know that exists before watching this, you know why she is so rattled about the Joker being back. And
like Terry walks in all like just chill, and he's just like, morning commish, and she's like, hello Terry, because she knows he's Batman. And he's just like, what can you tell me about clowns? And she's like, in this town they're never that funny. And she's like, stay out of it. Just, you do not want to get involved in this.
Terry's all banter, and she's just like, no, you don't understand how dangerous this is.
Yeah, like and there's actually great episodes of the series where she doesn't trust Terry either, like at the start. And she's like, Bruce, you're just after bringing another kid in and all this. But like over the seasons, she's like, no, he's a good guy. And so you even see it here where like they clearly have a good rapport. And she's like, Terry, I know you want to do good, but stay out of this.
Leave this one alone.
Not for you. Yeah, this is not for any of us. This is too far gone.
Because as well as that is like whatever about, you know, after 20 years, Batman facing off against a Joker who's been active for 20 years. But like a Joker who, in this world, potentially has been active for 50 years, facing off against a Batman who's really just finding his feet. Like, it's not a fair fight at all.
And at this point, we still don't know what Joker did, but everybody's like, stay out of it. Like, this is not good. And even like us who watch the animated series, nobody knows. This is actually the end of the animated series. This is like the final episode, technically.
Really?
What happened there? Well, yeah, because I mean, this is what happened. None of us ever knew what happened.
I suppose,
so this is like the end of that, and then there's the epilogue episode of Justice League that's the end of this. So it's kind of like the wrap up of it all.
It's like where these characters eventually ended up.
So like you're watching Batman season 4, like the new Batman Adventures with Tim Drake, and you're like, lad, it's not good.
Oh, you suffer so much.
And Bruce, by the way, has a great scene the next bit where he's doing voice identity. And he's like, and he does a voice like of one of Joker's old TV announcements. And then he does the same voice from dinner. And it's like matches exactly.
It's an identical match.
And then you see the moment where he sits back in his chair and he's just like proper detective, like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, what's going on here?
This is impossible.
Yeah, and Terry comes in and he's just like, why is this so impossible? I don't understand. Like, maybe he's just an old man. He's after coming back. Like, what's the issue? And Bruce is like, he definitely didn't come back because I was there when he died.
Yeah.
And Terry's like, you fucking killed him because he was going to do something so bad you killed him. And Bruce is like, I was there. Yeah. That's all I'm going to say.
And Bruce asks for the bat suit back because Bruce is now like, I am not getting you involved in this again.
And when the first time you watch this, you're kind of like, classic Bruce again. Just be the dickhead, like, oh yeah, you're out of team. I'm going to do this all by myself because he's so fucking. He can't accept any help. But once you actually see, it does make way more sense.
Yeah, because it's like it's trauma. Like, he is afraid that what happened before will happen again to Terry, and he doesn't want that. And
he really likes Terry, as we've seen.
Yeah. So, like, he's the one person he ever likes.
But Terry has a really great scene of, like, he's like, I'm not giving up this suit. Like, this suit this suit makes me. Like, I want to feel like a decent person when I have this suit on. And Bruce is like, it's the classic line of, like, if you need the suit to feel like someone dead, you don't deserve the suit kind of shit. But what Terry's saying is basically like, I was just a really rough kid. This gave me an out. I want to do good for people. I want to help people. And you're taking that away from me, even though I want to help people.
Yeah, because Bruce's rationale is just like, you've avenged, like, you've caught the people responsible for your own trauma. You've given so much to the city already. You don't have to do any more. Like, he's deciding that for Terry.
And Terry's like, I don't want to do it just for that. Like, I want to help everybody.
Yeah,
like, if I
want to be a good person.
Yeah. And so Terry is told basically to give up the suit again. And he's just like, you're a stupid kid. You don't even know what you want. And so Terry just throws him the suit. And he's like, right, fine, I quit.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself, because Bruce is being stubborn. And so he goes back. The next scene is him in the nightclub.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks at Dana and he's like, I'm going to have way more time now because I got free time. I can do whatever I want. Because, like, you seen him having breakfast at his house and his little brother's like, who are you? Yeah. You're a stranger.
I love being an only child.
Yeah. And he's like, I got fired by Bruce Wayne. I'm going to have a lot more time. I won't have a lot of money coming in, but I'll have a lot more time. And so his mom's like, oh, that's great. And then obviously Dana's like, oh, that's fantastic. I just want more time to hang out.
Yeah.
So they go to the nightclub and they're having a dance. And this is when Terry gets attacked by the Jokers in regular clothes.
Yeah. You got the DDs are there. You got the Scarecrow Boy. You got the Wolfman. They all attack Terry. They don't attack Batman. They attack Terry McGinnis.
Well, actually, first of all, they attack Dana. And what happens is they take her away and they, like, start basically trying to kidnap her. And while they're doing it, they're beating the shit out of Terry in the middle of the nightclub. Like, and the music is fucking excellent in this. The so decor is excellent. Like, it just looks fucking great. It looks weird, but, like, it looks weird Battle Beyond style, which if you've seen the opening credits of Battle Beyond, this is what it's all about.
It's a weird stylized future nightclub, and what I love is, like, Dana's being taken away and then Terry is being set upon by everyone else, and as soon as he realises that Dana is in trouble, he just starts running through lads.
Yeah, like, he's just throwing uppercuts, just throwing elbows. He's like, I don't give a fuck. You can beat the shit out of me, but I'm coming for her.
Yeah.
And, like, it's a great fight scene because they just keep coming at him and, like, they're just swarming him, and then he fights forward them off, and then he sprints after Dana again, and then they all pile on him again, and it's over and over until they fuck Dana off the podium, and he, like, leaps and he catches her, rolls, takes the fall, and then like she is like knocked out, and he like lays her down, and then he gets up and he's just mad at this stage, and he's like, did you just literally, like, you just attacked me? What's going on here? Like, how do you know that I'm Batman? He's so confused.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Bruce Wayne is working on the Joker antitoxin. Classic Batman move to develop that right when you need it.
Right when you need it, and he gets attacked because you hear the laugh in the fucking Batcave.
Yeah, which is... It's... Like, even Bruce wouldn't expect that at that point, I feel.
And then Ace gets attacked, Sean. Ace gets killed.
Dude, Ace gets an arc. Ace gets like a revenge story across this movie.
Oh, he gets a plot. Yeah. Like, there's the moment where Ace's head pops. Ace the Bat-Hound, by the way, we're talking
Ace the Bat-Hound, of course.
The dog. So Ace is there with Bruce, and his head pops up because he's like, there's somebody here. And he runs up the stairs, and then you hear him yelp. And, I mean, any movie rule is if you attack the dog, you're a bastard. So then Joker has attacked Ace off screen, and then he comes down the stairs like, hello, old man. And he just starts attacking Bruce, and you're just like, you are the worst person that's ever lived.
Yeah, you are irredeemable, even as the Joker.
And so Terry gets out of the nightclub. He eventually gets away, and he's on his motorbike. He gets Dana into an ambulance and gets her taken away. He's like, I'm gonna check back up with her in an hour. I just gotta go check on Bruce, because he's like, he realizes what's going on now, and he rings Bruce, and Bruce doesn't pick up. And there's a moment where he's just like, it's nighttime. Where does he go? Yeah. Obviously, he should be at home. So
he just watches the news footage for all through the night.
So he goes to the Wayne Manor, and he realizes Bruce is there, and it's a really horrifying scene. Bruce has the Joker smile on him.
Yeah, because and that's one of my favourite things that the Joker has is his lethal laughing gas. So all of his
it's a great thing for the animated show.
Yeah, because you're technically killing people, but they have a big smile on their face, so the censors are happy. And seeing Bruce with that is terrifying, and Bruce has the just enough strength left in him to say look under the table. There's look on the floor under the table, and Terry finds the cure,
and he gets it into him, and then he just collapses, and it's old man Bruce. So he's not strong enough to fight it off by himself. He just needs time. So he and Terry's pissed.
Terry is livid, and I feel like a 30-year-old Batman probably would have gotten the serum and then struggled through and been all right and gone out fighting. But I like that the older Bruce, because Terry rings Barbara Gordon. It's I didn't know who else to call, and she's like, look, the toxin did its job, but he has to fight off the rest of it himself.
And there's also a great scene where he goes, I gotta go check on the other patient, and he comes down, and Ace is watching TV.
Yeah, Ace is watching Looney Tunes.
And Ace just looks up at him and he goes, yeah, I had a rough night too, kid. I just started rubbing the dog's head. You're like, oh, that's goodbye, pets.
Oh, Ace, you've been through so much. Legitimately, he's been through so much. Also, can I just say, the ha-ha-has spray painted all over the Batcave.
It's really creepy. Also, ha is what was written in Terry McGinnis's house when he found his dad dead.
Oh shit!
When he came back home to find his dad dead, there was ha written all over the wall. So it's basically a mirror image of his father figure dying.
Oh, well,
again.
That's entirely twisted, Connor. Thanks for mentioning that.
So he came back in basically on a mirror scene of what happened when his dad died, and he sees his new mentor also nearly dead.
A father figure, if you will.
If you will. So it's extra fucked. Then what happens next is, this is why I think this might be one of the best sequences. It's probably I don't know if it's my favourite. I don't know if favourite's the right word. I think it's the strongest animated sequence they've ever done.
What about that DC one scene they added to the Killing Joke?
No.
You know the scene.
No, not when Barbara and Bruce have sex. No. What I'm thinking is, this might... I'm trying to think of a scene that's stronger. Phantasm has some fucking... I think Phantasm, top to bottom, is just a 10 out of 10 all the way.
Oh, see,
but this is so good.
But the line of, I never counted on being happy... How is that?
Oh, yeah.
That's
Now, then the my God. That's the my God moment. That's
fantastic. This is also
but that's
fantastic.
that's a scene. That's not a sequence. This is my Get Out.
Okay, okay, I'll allow it.
I think this is like the strongest 5-minute stretch, though, isn't it? Just in terms of how fucked it is.
Oh yeah. Sorry, if we're basing it on how fucked things are, this is the worst thing that
the Joker's ever done.
The Joker's ever done. Yeah. And I know Jason Todd and Barbara Gordon are looking at me right now as I say that, but this is entirely twisted.
I think this is the worst thing he's ever done in this medium by a long way, because he never kills Jason Todd in this medium, and he also never paralyzes Barbara. So seeing this in a kid's movie is outrageous that they got away with this. And I will say this fucking sequence scarred me when I was younger watching this, because I love Tim Drake.
Yeah.
And I love that Robin. And I remember being horrified about what happened. If you haven't seen it, we open on, it goes back to the old animated style Batman the Animated Series, because Barbara's Terry's basically you need to tell me what's going on. You need to tell me the whole story. Why are we all so scared of this guy? Can we not stop him? And Barbara's like, okay, do you remember Tim Drake? And he's like, yeah. Obviously the next Robin after Dick Grayson. He's like, okay, well, Dick Grayson was gone to Bloodhaven as Nightwing. Tim Drake was our Robin. Tim was on patrol one night and he gets stopped. He hears a woman in distress, swings down, he fights off the two goons. He gets hit with a mallet. The woman is actually Harley Quinn dressed up. They kidnapped him.
And then he goes missing for 3 weeks.
3 weeks. And the next montage is literally Barbara talk. It's so good because she's just we searched everywhere for 3 weeks. Basically, Batman's son has gone missing for 3 weeks. He went out on patrol and he just never came back. And they're hunting down every lead, beating up every goon. They're where is the Joker? Do you know anything? No, they don't even know Joker did it at this point. They're just have you seen Tim? Where is Tim?
Yeah, they put
What's
in
going on?
Any contact they have, they are asking criminals, where is he? We just want to know where he is.
And at that point, it's not even mad. They're just desperate at this stage. That they're just we just want them back.
The way, Batman in this sequence is on a warpath, though.
Because
he does the thing of, and I love when they animate him like this, when it's just the cape
black
silhouette. It's just black, and he's just this towering fucking figure in every scene.
Well, somebody has taken his son away from him, and he's just it was a criminal. Which one of you motherfuckers stole him? I'm going to break all of your bones until you give him back. And so they go through one by one. 3 weeks later, they get a message on a rooftop, and it's a Jack in the Box with a Arkham Asylum straitjacket on it, and they're just it's fucking Arkham. So they drive to Arkham, and what proceeds is
he crashes through the gates of Arkham.
Oh yeah, he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
he doesn't give a fuck. And Arkham at this stage is closed down, and Barbara has a great it's basically an open wound still in the city.
Yeah.
It's just the remains are just there, it's abandoned. And Bruce walks in, and he's all fucking. He's ready to kill someone, and he walks through the door, and just so good. He walks in. Harley is singing, first of all. And Joker's watching TV with his feet up on a chair.
Yeah, they're playing a Happy Families kind of scenario.
And Batman walks in and he's ready to kill someone. And Harley's like, honey, we have company. And Joker comes there and he's like, hello, what's your issue? We should entertain our guest. How are you doing? And Batman's like, where's Robin? And they're like, I've never heard of a Robin. Do you know a Robin? I've never heard of a Robin. And then Joker's, you must be thinking of little Joker, little J.
JJ, they call him.
JJ, Joker Jr. He must be talking about that. He looks at Harley he must be talking about JJ. And Harley's like, oh yeah, he is. And they're just so calm, so evil. At this point,
they don't
just
they haven't given a second thought to what they've done.
And it's at this point, they're psychologically just fucked. And Batman's like, where is he? And JJ's behind that curtain. If you want to go talk to JJ, And
yeah, because what do they say? It's like the Joker is even like, oh, we can't do this cat and mouse thing forever. Like we're both getting older.
Yeah, we're both getting older, and what we decided to do was we wanted to start a family. And I thought, and I think Harley Quinn goes, and instead of going through the joy of childbirth, and then Joker's like, yeah, what we decided was you always had a load of kids hanging around, so you wouldn't miss them if we took one.
Yeah, you always had a few spares or something like that, so they decided to adopt.
We decided to adopt. And so Batman pulls back the curtain, and you have a really fucking creepy scene where it's just a junior Joker on a table, tied to the table.
But, like, it's not even, like... Because Joker is clever, and he's, like... He, in a way, he's charming. Like, you will listen to him speak. But, like, what they've done to Tim Drake, he's just laughing. That's all he can do at this point.
And you're just like, and you're going through it with Batman, you're like, what the fuck did they do to the kid in 3 weeks to make him like this? Like, as if this is an animated kids show, you don't show what they did. You just go, oh, they brainwashed him.
Yeah,
you do.
They would put some helmet on him and he would become the Joker. Like, that's how they would do it. But we see footage of it happening.
And so Batman's like trying to talk to Tim, like, Tim, do you remember me? Like, it's me. And Tim is just laughing hysterically because he's not a Tim anymore. He's just like a brainwashed mini Joker.
Yeah.
And Harley's like, don't be touching our child. Like, this is, be nice, play nice. And Batman wants to kill them. And then Barbara swings in, and her and Harley start having a fight to the side. So Harley had turned around, played by Arlene Sorkin, who kills it as usual, and she's just like, honey bun, get mama's bazooka.
Yeah. And he does. He like follows her orders because he thinks they're his parents at this point.
And so you have to see where Barbara and her are just basically like punching the heads off each other. And at the same time, they leave that area, and Batman and Joker have one of, I still think this is the most Jokery thing Joker's ever done. Like, it's the best way to encapsulate what this character is at his absolute worst, but also his best. In that he lures Batman up to the stands, and there's all chairs there. They're in like an operating theatre, and there's a fucking projector. And on the projector comes Our Family Memories written in it. And Batman is made to watch Tim Drake, and it shows Tim in his Robin outfit tied to the table, struggling so hard because he's only like 10. Yeah. And he's struggling so hard to get off the table. And Joker is just electrocuting him repeatedly every time, over and over and over again, torturing this 10-year-old boy.
Yeah, like and he's loving it. Because he knows it's hurting Batman. There's a beautiful moment where it like pans around Batman and you just see like the rage. Like, yeah. And Joker becomes... And also... Sorry.
Go on.
I was going to say, in this scene, Joker becomes, I think, genuinely scared at one point.
Because he's still laughing. Like, he just thinks this is the funniest thing in the world, that we're after converting Robin into a junior Joker. And he's just like, and you know, as much as the boy struggled, you'd be so proud of him. He struggled so much, but eventually, you know, the injections and the sleep deprivation and the electricity, they started taking effect. And he just, really, like Mark Hamill just fucking killing it. It's just like, and all the secrets he told. He just wouldn't stop talking eventually. Isn't that right, Bruce? And he's like a kid on Christmas, once he opens his present, it was kind of ruined that not only were you not that scary, you're just a rich boy with lots of daddy issues.
Lots of parents. No, that's the opposite. That's the opposite of what Bruce Wayne is.
And it's like, we're really, like, you're just an innocent rich boy with daddy issues and mammy issues. That's all you are. And like, that's when it cuts to Bruce, and he's just like, you literally tortured my son.
Yeah.
Repeatedly.
He like flies through the window and just knocks the projector over, and then they're like
the fighting. Animation, by the way, when he turns him around,
and he's like, and it's in the, like, the projector is shining their shadows onto the wall,
I think that's the strongest animation, hand-drawn animation I've ever seen, or top 5 anyway. Like, it's so fucking excellent. It's like so crisp.
Yeah.
That I think Warner Brothers, that you would use that in a montage of like, this is our animation department. I would use that as like, this is what we can achieve. Yeah,
as like a showreel kind of like, here's what we are able to do. And like, Joker still, like, he still thinks he's won because he still has, I was going to say Tim, but he still has JJ on side.
Like, he can't lose. Like, he has ruined Batman's life, and no matter what happens here, like, he's ruined his life. And so Batman is just literally beating the shit out of this guy. Like, he doesn't know what else to do. Like, he's just killed his own child.
And we actually see blood as well, which is a big thing for a kid's
he's
production.
Beating the shit, and Joker's just laughing continuously because he's like, I've won. This is the funniest thing in the world.
And Batman, see, this is the thing, because Batman threatens, like, I'm going to break you in half, and Joker's like, no, you're not.
Yeah,
you would have done that long ago if you had the capability to.
And then Joker takes out a knife and stabs Batman in the leg.
Yeah.
Like, this is meant to be a kid's movie. Like, he slices him across the chest and then stabs him in the knee. And Batman collapses. And then Joker throws little JJ a gun. And he's like, shoot Batman there. Shoot for your dad. Shoot Batman. And it's just horrifying because you have, like, Tim Drake, whose mind is absolutely just warped. He's laughing, but he's also crying. Like, the voice actor is so, like, he's laughing, but he's it's like Inside Out. No, not Inside Out. What's the word? Jordan Peele.
Get Out.
Get Out.
Yes.
It's like he's inside his own body, but he can't do anything.
Yeah, he's just watching everything that's happening, and he has no control over it at that point.
And so he's like, raises the gun, and it's the same bang gun we seen earlier on, and he fires it, but he hits Joker and he kills Joker, like fires it straight through his chest.
Joker has the great line as well of, oh, that's not very funny.
That's his last line ever. That's not funny. And so he gets shot, and immediately Tim just collapses and just in a heap. And Barbara comes back, and
that's
also
really
Harley fell to her death.
Oh yeah, Harley's dead. Well, they never found Harley's body.
Yeah. And so Barbara comes back and she's just hugging him, and she's like, Tim, it's okay. It's okay. We're going to get you back to normal. It's going to be okay. You're safe now. You're safe. And he's just in floods of tears. Batman's just stabbed in the knee, and he just doesn't even know what's going on. This is the only time I think we ever see this version of Batman just like, he doesn't know what to do. Like, there's nothing you can do.
No, yeah, I think Barbara said, back in the present day, Barbara's like, we got him to, like, a psychiatrist friend of mine, and it took him a few years, but he eventually he sorted his head out. He has a normal life now.
Yeah, and he's like, he's got a family, he's got kids. He actually turned out okay, but it took several years of serious therapy to try and get him past that, being tortured for all those weeks non-stop.
Understandable, I would say.
It's just, from start to finish, I think it's just so fucking strong. Just even that 5-minute spell. If you don't even watch the rest of the movie, just watch that. I just be like, this is the most fucked thing I've ever seen.
They could have put that out as a trailer, and like, people would have watched this movie.
It's so excellent. If this movie doesn't have that scene, I think it loses like 3 points. If
absolutely.
1 to 10.
But yeah, because you have no context for anything. It's just, he used to be Robin and now he's Joker. And like, after this finishes, there is half an hour left in the movie, and there is like, the pace never stops after this, because now
Terry's up to date and he knows, and we know what this guy is after doing.
And we see this. Sorry, I was going to say, we see him do detective work after this.
So he goes to visit Tim first. He's like, I'm going to go visit Tim to see what's going on. And Tim he's in his like camouflage version, and Tim's just like, he's just working. I think he's an engineer.
He's an electrical like network engineer kind of a thing.
And so he's on top of this big structure doing electrics on it, and he's just like, you could just make yourself visible. I heard you coming from like a mile away. Yeah. And it's just clearly like he's got that Robin training still in there.
Yeah, it never leaves. Like, that's instinct now. to Tim.
And he tells Terry, he's like, I hate the suit, I hate everything to do with superheroes, but I got past it. And it was a horrible thing, but like, I don't want to do anything bad. I just want to forget that whole part of my life. I see Joker coming back, and it terrified me just as much as it did to everybody else. And Terry's like, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, and none of that is a lie. Like, that is all true. Like, he doesn't know what's about to happen to him.
And then the next scene is the boat scene, where they go to Powers on the boat.
Now, I will say, on first viewing, back when I was like 15, I thought that dude was Joker.
Oh, it's locked in.
You're supposed to think that, right?
I think he's voiced by Mark Hamill.
Here. Okay.
Yeah, I think they did that to fuck with everyone. I think Mark Hamill put on a voice.
Because he's got the slick back hair, he has a vendetta against Bruce Wayne. Like, it all adds up.
Yeah, he works with Wayne Enterprises, and he's like, if Bruce Wayne comes back and becomes CEO again, he loses his power. And like in every newspaper interview or on the news, he's always a bit slimy. And so you're meant to be like, something about that guy we don't like, huh? And you see on the boat that the Jokers all show up, and you're like, oh, he's working with them. And then it turns out that they're going to turn up to kill him, because they're like, you're a loose end. You know we're working against Bruce Wayne. So
because he gave them codes to get into Wayne Tech and get a load of stuff. That's why
embarrass Bruce.
Yes, and so they're, like you said, they're tying up loose ends so that the Joker can just operate freely now. He's not tied to anyone. And
Terry turns up, and he like obviously sees all this. And at the same time, a laser is armed in space.
Yeah, space laser.
It's a space laser, and the laser fires down and hits the boat and blows it up. And they like handcuff him to a fucking table on the boat, and they're going to blow him up. And it's only Terry saves him. And you have a great scene of like Terry trying to outrun the tidal wave that's coming.
Yeah.
With just his wings and his little rockets in his boots.
And he just hands him over, like straight over to the police then. He's like, and this guy, this man committed crimes, officers.
Did you see the guy saluting him?
Yeah. That's a nice touch.
The guys don't know what to do. They're like, fucking hell. But yeah, that's our first introduction of the space laser. And I will admit it's probably the weakest part of the whole movie.
It's a bit of it's a bit of a contrivance, but also it was like, 2000 space lasers were in at the time. GoldenEye had just come out.
It's true. And so Terry's back in the cave, and it's like, it's a really humanizing scene because he's talking to Ace, and he's just like, the real Batman would have found one little clue that everybody else missed, and he would have had this solved and gone to lunch, and I'm still sitting here trying to figure out why the fuck a dead man is back to life and is the Joker, and he can't figure it out. And he's like, it's a really nice scene because you're like, he's just tried his best. He's not as smart as Bruce, but he has the heart.
Yeah, he got the spirit. And he's... It's also some nice foreshadowing. But Bruce then comes down and it's like, it's never that easy. Like, that's not the way it works most of the time.
And Bruce is like, we need to try and figure this out. What's going on? And he's like, Tim's not involved. So it's got to be someone else. And then it cuts to Terry, and he looks at the suits, and this is when he's like, I'm not a Robin. Like, I'm never going to be a Robin. Like, I'm a Batman. This and what's and he looks over all the stride, all the outfits, because it has that really cool, like, all the silhouettes,
display case of all the suits,
which I just think is a really cool touch. In every Batcave should have all the display of all the suits.
Oh yeah, like everyone who's ever been a part of the family should have a little like shrine to them.
Yeah, it's just so cool. It adds like 10 years of history without doing anything, just also, having it there.
The Batcave in this has the big penny as well. That was something I wanted known. I really like that.
That's true. It's in the Batman animated series universe though, so it has to have all that stuff.
Excellent. I love it.
So Terry looks at the suit, he's like, why is the Robin one the only one that he like ripped up and destroyed? Like all the other ones are just like kind of knocked over.
Yeah, like he specifically took the time out to like, and I think he says as well, like, I spoke to Tim, like he is the one who hates that Robin suit most as well.
Yeah.
because it reminds him of everything he went through.
And so even at this point, Bruce is like, it's probably not Tim. Like, Tim's not behind this. And Terry's like, he definitely is.
Yeah.
Somehow. I don't know how, but he is. And so he goes back to Tim's work. Go on.
So he also says, like, Terry is like, let's look at a list of everything that they stole. And he puts it all together and is like, now what can we make from all of those components? And Bruce
then uses his brain.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, it's a satellite jammer. And you need an electrical engineer to do it.
And Terry's like, see? I'm trying, like, because they're working together at this point. It's like, yeah, that's exactly what would happen. And you're like, Terry, even though you're not as smart as him, like, you're still Batman. You'll still figure this out. And
that's the thing, is that, and it's something that'll come up in a bigger way later. But Terry it starts to realise in this that, like, no, he's a different kind of Batman than Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, you're not Bruce Wayne, and that's not a weakness. Like, take that as a strength.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you can fight dirty at points as well.
And so he goes to visit Tim Drake, and Tim is just a hologram, and you're like, oh shit. Yeah. And then all these, like, the place locks down in the room, and it's like all these guns pop out. It's like, shouldn't have turned up, should you? You know what I mean? Yeah, this was a trap. And you're like, Tim, you're behind us all the time. Which, as a Tim Drake lover, I'm quite sad that he's the villain of this movie, but I understand where they wanted to go with.
But but he's also the ultimate victim, I think. Like,
yes, true. So Terry then has to try to figure out a way out of the room. He gets out, but you just use one of the guns to fire against the big gun. He does the Incredibles version of the machine has to destroy itself kind of thing.
Yeah, very clever.
Very clever. And then he's then back in the Batmobile, which, by the way, this Batmobile is just the animated series Batmobile turned upside down. And it just floats. Yeah, it's a true story.
That's ridiculous.
No, it's like a little bit of an Easter egg.
It's great, but it's ridiculous. You have to acknowledge that.
They have the car upright and then they turned it upside down and made it float.
That's so good. I also do like the interior of that Batmobile, where it's just all red and black.
Oh yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah, it looks cool as hell. So this is like the bit in the Michael Bay movie where people says he goes too far. Because the space laser targets the Batmobile and Terry just continues driving through Gotham, destroying everything. Destroying everything. Like, he's still, like, trying to get away. And then Joker says his plan is to, use the space laser to destroy Gotham because it's Joker Town. And that's why he wants to use the laser to destroy Gotham. Yeah, his motivation is a little weak, I will say. It's so good up until the end that it's like, what? Why would he just want the laser? Like, Joker doesn't give a shit about, like, a laser or, like, science. Yeah. Like, I thought it would be, like, one, you would have maybe, like, the revenge against Bruce Wayne, stealing Wayne tech. And then I thought maybe, like, destroy the new Arkham or something like that. Like... Or, yeah, I mean, he could destroy the new Arkham. He could destroy the Wayne Manor. He could destroy any series of buildings. I mean, I kind of like the new Arkham. That's pretty good. He could destroy multiple things that, like, are home to him. But his idea is just to destroy Gotham for no reason. Yeah, like, I feel it would... Even if he was like, I'm going to cut Gotham out of the world... and I'll rule Gotham, like that kind of shit. That, I think, would be better than just, I'm going to blow up this so everyone knows it's mine. Which doesn't make any sense, but I enjoy the idea that where he's going to blow up is a smiley face. That's just funny. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. So Terry gets away from the laser in the car, and he also brings Ace, the Bat-Hound, with him to the fight, because when he shows up at I think it's the Jolly Sweet Shop, the Jolly Factory. It's an abandoned candy factory that the Joker, where the Joker's hiding out. Of course he is. Yeah. And Terry shows up, and the spliced dog that's in the Joker's goes to attack him, and Ace just jumps on him and just starts ripping up the shreds. He's like, good bad dog. because Terry has been having issues with that dude since the start of the movie. So clearly he was like...
It's a character arc.
It's a character arc. And so I like the idea that Terry was just like, okay, well, I'm not going to beat him. What if I just let Ace attack him? That'll probably work.
Like, I can't fight a dog and 5 humans at the same time. Like, he's vicious, so I'm going to bring my own good bad dog.
He's a very good bad dog.
And so the Ace is absolutely ripping to shreds the spliced animal, the spliced dog, and you have Terry then proceeds to take out all the Jokers one by one in the factory, and he gets inside, and basically Tim Drake is lying on the floor knocked out, and you're like, oh, maybe he isn't Joker, maybe he was like forced into it, maybe he was kidnapped,
like he was kidnapped before. But
and he also says Tim Drake, no, sorry, but first of all though, Tim Drake says, oh, I've no idea what's going on, I don't want anything to do with this. And Bruce is on the comms, and Bruce says he's not lying.
Yeah, his heart rate hasn't changed, his blood pressure is fine. Like, he is telling the truth.
Like, he doesn't know what's going on here, and he's very confused. And so Terry's like, now I'm even more confused. Like, what is happening?
Who's behind all this?
And it's at this point that we get, oh shit, Shaun, it's a chip in the back of the neck.
Chip in the back of the neck. It's a classic chip in the back. Also, chip shaped like a smiley face, has to be said.
Very good, yes. What are your thoughts on the chip?
Honestly, I think it's dumb, but I really like it.
It's comic book stupidity.
It's comic book stupidity that he's just had this chip in the back of his neck all these years. Joker's consciousness, the original Joker's consciousness being uploaded to the chip, and slowly taking over his body and just having more and more control over it. The transition when it's Tim Drake laughing and then it morphs into the Joker, that's really nice. That's a horrifying moment. It's
a really horrifying moment, but look, I think it's one of those where you're either in or you're not.
Yeah.
Because it's so dumb, but it's also like explained like, oh, he was slowly integrating over 40 years, and only now am I strong enough to kind of come out whenever I want. It's very thin on the ground in terms of plot.
Yeah. I feel like
you just kind of go with it.
Yeah, I feel like maybe over the course of it, had this been a few episodes of the animated series, there would have been more of that stuff teased, or like little bits of information dropped. It's kind of all hits you at once on the in the runtime of the movie, because it's just like you get all this backstory and all this setup, and then it's just a microchip in his head.
And we also get like a massive monologue from Mark Hamill playing Joker here, that he just kind of like goes full on like dickhead Joker. Like, this is proper animated series.
Yeah.
In terms of like, he's just gloating, he's laughing hysterically at all the awful things he's going to do to everyone. He's like, I'm going to blow up all of Gotham, it's going to be fucking hilarious.
Also,
like a little dweeb.
Sorry, on the map of things that he's going to blow up, one of them is Wayne Manor, the other one says Mom's house.
I think it's Terry's mom's house.
Is it Terry's or is it Joker's mom's house?
No,
okay.
No, it's Terry's, because he shows Terry his mother and his brother.
Ah, yes, yes,
I'm going to blow them up as well.
They're all going to die. He's been an absolute shithouse the whole sequence.
And Bruce is in Terry's ear constantly like, don't listen to him, don't let him get to you, do not let him get to you, don't let him get into your head, just keep ploughing on. And so Terry eventually he gets up and he's like, are we gonna fight? Like, let's fight this out finally. And Joker's like, you are nothing, like, you're not even Batman, like, you're bat fake is what you are. So Terry leaps over to the door and he closes the door, and then he just rips off the handle in a really cool moment, like, okay, now we're both trapped in here.
Yeah, you're locked in here with me.
Yeah, you gotta fight me.
And Ace is also here.
Oh, then Ace attacks Joker, and Joker once again just takes Ace out, which once again, bastard.
Yeah, because he's got his like lethal joy buzzer thing on his hand, and he like slams Ace with it, and it's awful. And
you hear the whimpering again, and you're just like, Terry, fuck that lad up.
Murder.
Absolutely destroy him.
Just kill Tim Drake at this point, honestly.
Again. Kill him this time proper.
Finish the job.
And so Bruce once again is just keep ploughing forward, because Joker is constantly just like talking shit, shit talking up completely. Like, you don't know what you're doing. You're just a kid. You're not even Batman. Yeah,
just ignore him. Joker likes to talk. And then Terry has the great line of, wait, I like to talk.
Yeah. And I think this is one of the best Terry McGinnis scenes ever. Just in terms of like, it's the moment where he becomes Terry McGinnis Batman, and not like rip off Batman, because Joker's monologue and talking shit, and Terry just, as you said, stops. Is like, I can talk shit as well. Like, why am I pretending to be Bruce Wayne and just like being stoic and try to fight through it? And so he just stops, and then he just starts chatting to Joker from like he like leaps up into the ceiling and is like hiding in the shadows, and is just like, so let me get this straight. You put yourself in a chip because you're afraid to die in a kid, and over 40 years you came back out, and your grand plan is to blow up Gotham. I mean, that's not really that great, is it? It's that, and then
it's this whole thing of like, you do all of this because you want Batman to laugh, but like, he doesn't laugh at anything. He's got no sense of humour.
Yeah, and he's like, he never laughs. And I mean, what is this with like the joy buzzers? And I mean, the water cans. Have a bit, like, drop your pads, make a funny face, do something. You're not even a comedian, are you? Like,
you're not even funny.
Like, you're not even funny. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. And Joker's just bull-tick pissed off that like, this is the first time he's ever been questioned by Batman. Like, Bruce Wayne would never like do this, but Terry's like, so what's he gonna do? Like, he's an old man who thinks he's funny. Like, you're not even. Yeah, did you ever actually get a laugh out of anyone?
And it is a very Spider-Man move as well, I would say.
And the best bit is at the end where he's just like, you make me laugh, but mostly because you're sad. Mostly because I laugh because like, it's kind of sad.
I feel bad for you.
Yeah, I feel, and you just hear Terry laughing up in like in the rooftops, and Joker's like, shut up, shut your mouth, you kid, you don't know anything, like getting more and more pissed off. And then he starts throwing grenades around the place because Terry's pissed him off so much. And so Terry gets blown out of the ceiling and he lands, and this is when Joker comes over and he starts choking him, and he's just like, laugh now.
Yeah, and he has his mask off and everything.
He's like, why don't you laugh now? If you think it's so funny, go on, bat fake, laugh now. And Terry just goes, ha ha, and he puts the electric, what's the joy buzzer?
The joy buzzer
on the chip.
Yeah, and just essentially kills the Joker, because that's his consciousness that he's just shorted out.
Yeah, and so he kills, and when it shortens out, it's a smiley face, so that's pretty good. And so then he basically just like fries the Joker out of Tim Drake, and Tim Drake's the only person left. And it goes back to him, and he's like, "What the fuck just happened?" And Terry's like, "You don't want to know."
A lot went on, I will be honest. And there's the satellite like retreats from the Earth, which is
yeah. But it blows up the building first. Terry has to get them all out, so he's like carrying Tim Drake over one shoulder and then Ace underneath his other arm, and he's like dragging the two of them out to get back to the Batmobile. Yeah,
and just to get home and get safe. And then we have, after this, it's kind of like the epilogue of wrapping up all of the loose character ends that there are. And
remember, 1 hour 13 minutes is all this took to get through all of that.
And like, I know we're saying it's like the weakest part. Like, the laser stuff is fine, but it's a miracle that any of this works given the runtime of the movie.
And so they get back, and it's just like a nice wrap up, as you said. Like, you have Tim Drake in hospital, and Barbara comes to visit him, which is very nice. And then you have the moment where Terry's there, and he's like, "Oh, we met the other night," and he's like, "Oh, okay." And then he's like, he couldn't have picked a better guy to take over the suit.
He like gives his blessing,
and Terry's like, "That means a lot coming from you." And so then when he's walking out of the hospital room, he turns around and Bruce is there, like old man Bruce, and he's like, "What are you doing here?" I had to come here. Like, even though me and Tim are,
they're on bad enough terms, but like Bruce is like, I think it's this is where I'm supposed to be.
And then he also says, "You said something to me the other night that was like, Batman makes you who you are, but it's not that. It's the other way around. Like, you make Batman by being you.
Only Terry could have defeated the Joker in that moment.
Like, Bruce wouldn't have. Bruce wouldn't have won that fight.
No, Bruce would have happily, and I think Bruce would have died, like, rather than, because he would see it as Tim as well. Like, he wouldn't risk Tim at this point. And so you have, and then Bruce, it's a really nice moment where Bruce walks in and he's like, hello, Tim. And then you have Tim just go, hi, old man. Yeah. And it's like a really nice wrap up to like, oh, they're making up finally after 40 years. Yeah.
And the last scene is just Terry standing over Gotham, and it just looks really fucking epic. And the music kicks in, like that score, that Batman Beyond score is so fucking good. And the music in this, by the way, fucking excellent.
Oh yeah, we didn't really touch on it, but it's phenomenal.
Christopher Carter is the person behind the music, and it's just absolutely unreal. Like, so perfect, and also so unique. Like, it's not just Batman the Animated Series redone. It's its own thing, but it's completely this series. Yeah. No, it's like that whole, like, at the end of the movie, it's Terry's Gotham that he's looking out over, because he is Batman now. He's his own Batman. And then the movie just finishes like the classic. He leaps off the building, and then it goes off. And at the end of it, I was just like, yeah, it's still as good as I remember it is. It's just a great. If you got an hour and 13 minutes to spare, and you like Batman, throw it on. It's
a great experience. Also, it's revealed Harley Quinn survived, and she's Dee Dee's grandmother.
Yeah, she goes to fix them, to save them. They're like, oh, Nana Harley.
Nana Harley. She's like, oh, okay. Yeah, of course she wasn't dead. She just retired. But I like this about as much as I like Mask of the Phantasm as like an entertaining Batman animation. But I think Mask of the Phantasm might be the better Batman story.
Yeah, I think Mask of the Phantasm is the best Batman story ever.
Right, big claim.
I think it is, though, in terms of just like, I mean, it has the I didn't think I'd be happy.
Yeah,
I think
it's pretty
I don't know
good.
what medium, I don't know what kind of other Batman you're looking at, but if it doesn't have that scene where he's crying at his parents' grave because he's happy and he never expected to be happy. But yeah, I love this movie. I think it's way better than it has any right to be. It should just be a Batman Beyond direct-to-DVD film that's middle of the road, but they went way above and beyond and made it like a wrap-up to the animated series and a wrap-up to Terry's story, and everybody gets an arc, and it all makes perfect sense.
Yeah, they did not have to go that hard on this, but they did. Like, I think the third act is probably the weakest part in a lot of ways, just because of the MacGuffin, for want of a better word, that the Joker is after, and the reason he's after it. But it's a movie about the characters, I think, like the characters of Batman and Tim Drake and Barbara Gordon and Terry McGinnis. Like, that's why you watch this movie, I think.
Yeah, I would say Act 1 and 2 are so strong that like Act 3 is kind of, it's very generic. It's alright, that you kind of like forgive it. And so yeah, I think I probably Mask of the Phantasm is definitely a better movie, but I don't think there's like that whole middle act 2 is so strong that it's like I think that will go up against anything in Mask of the Phantasm. That scene alone is like,
that like 5-minute sequence is enough for you. Like, if the movie was like just that, you'd be happy.
It's just so strong, like, just in terms of what the movie is or what the movie is doing. That you're just like, this is like way too much for a kid's PG film. Why did they show him killing all those people?
Yeah, they definitely pushed the line of what you can do in a kid's movie on this one.
But yeah, I mean, what would you like to give this our Weetabix shot?
Oh God, I think I would give it probably 3 Weetabix with raspberries and some honey with a big glass of milk on the side.
I'm going to give it a bowl of Cocoa Pops because it reminds me of my childhood.
Very good.
It's quite good. But it's like, it's not full Cocoa Pops because it's not animated series Batman, but it's nearly there. It's like it's like off-brand Cocoa Pops.
Oh, okay. It's like rice chocos or something like that.
Yeah, like they're really good, but they're just not. They're like a 1% off. Just 1% off, but it's fucking excellent. It really is. If you haven't seen this movie, go watch it, and then go watch all of Batman Beyond, because I think you'll really like it. It's really good.
I definitely will, Connor, I promise.
Do you want to take us out, Sean?
Yeah, thanks everyone.
Are you excited for the Batman?
Oh, very excited. I hope it's a tenth as good as this movie is. And then some.
It won't be. I'm coming down strong.
Man, it certainly won't be 73 minutes, I can guarantee that.
Absolutely, about 3 hours. Go on.
But thanks everyone for listening to this episode of Pelp. We're bringing back the word Pelp. I'm so happy. If you have seen this movie, we would love to know your thoughts on it as well down in the comments. We'd also love your suggestions for other movies that we could review in the future. Again, just a massive thanks for continuing to support the show. You guys don't know how much of a difference it makes to just have that Patreon just always rolling in the background, always having that, regardless of world situations or episode numbers or anything like that. So just thank you very, very much. We don't do all the social things. If you do want to tell someone about the show, of course, you're allowed to tell one person per week. So feel free to use that golden ticket whenever you want. But I think that's about it, Connor.
I think so. So I've been Connor Lawler.
I've been Sean Meehan.
I shall see you all next month, guys.
Bye.